Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wrist watch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your hitting them. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Phillips. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down carry here for Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Phillips off the play fake. Airing one out for Boyd. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go!
Phillips from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw is Phillips. From the gun, he'll throw. And his first pass is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the door. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Johnson. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Phillips now on 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw. Phillips. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Titan football. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now 3rd and long coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Come on, let's go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it in for a Colts score. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Ohio!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
Here we go. 190. 190.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. 190. 190. Ohio.
Back to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
Here's Phillips. Off play action. Throw left side complete. It's Santos. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Come on, let's go! What? Nine!
Now Phillips. Off the play fake. Flush to his right. Airing one out for Boyd. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
4 down. Check. Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Phillips operating from the gun. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players that somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. David Johnson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
To throw is Phillips on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Mack on the toss. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Phillips now looking to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercept. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And an alley to run. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
To throw on 2nd down. Phillips. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
Here's Phillips. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. On the toss, here's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now Phillips to throw on second down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU.
Here
Well
we go!
done.
White 90! White 90!
On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Phillips, off play action. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 62 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Looking to throw. Phillips. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Oh, no, he lost the football. I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Back to throw. Phillips. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Now they'll run it on the toss. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running back.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Phillips. Throwing on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Phillips now looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Santos. Now the ball comes loose. And that might be Titan football. It is. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Phillips. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Now Phillips operating from the gun. His throw caught. What about the 5? And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Titans getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.